And I'm going to play a few more of my songs. It's probably not connected, but this song is called Saturn's Return, which is kind of a nice nod to astrology, maybe. I'm trying to make a link with the solstice, but I'm not totally confident with it. But I wrote it when I was living in a tiny little cottage that was about 100 years old by the sea in Bangor, if anyone knows it. It's up north. And yeah, it was very run down. I was getting a very cheap rate on the rent. But it was lovely and it had a little fireplace, and I would often just kind of sit in front of it and play music and write songs. And so this song was born. So this song is called Saturn's Return. Solstice. Nothing to show when they call Saturn's return. I left a photograph behind the bar when I knew what I wanted and knew how to ask for it. I could do all of the things that I said I would. Just lie on the ground staring back at you. I didn't know what I wanted when I was with you. Judgment was clouded by wide-eyed intentions of you. You flew me halfway to where I was going, it's true. I've no more intention to move. I didn't know I was frightened by flowers in bloom. You had me soaking up sweetness beneath every moon. Now I can bathe in the darkness like I used to do. Color me calm in the burnt orange light of the wood pile. Goodbye, sunshine, harsh light, tired eyes. Good. this way. I was saving my anger for a worthy exchange. So why did you cage me and make them afraid? You gathered the people for me to entertain. So watch me wreak havoc and strike in the heart of your weakness, and every burn that I leave,
because also we made him wait outside the door, which he hates. Round of applause for Seánie Bermingham. And if you want to switch up, we can. I think it's a little bit more written.
Thank you very much, Tadhg and Maria. I will say it is a very strange feeling being announced into your own. As they were saying, I wanted to sit up here while they were doing that, but here I am. But I'd like to thank everyone for. I'd like to thank everyone for coming as well. Seán kind of touched on it as well, but we've been fortunate to play in some cool places in the last little while. But I would choose a room like this to play music, to experience music, just to be around music. You know, there's nothing quite like just getting to sit in a room with people like this. And I feel very lucky that, you know, life goes in lots of different directions, and a lot of the time you have no fucking clue where it's going to end up, and you feel like you don't have anything figured out. But it's kind of like nights like this where I'm sitting with friends and new people, and I'm like, it's actually not too bad. This is pretty cool, and I feel very lucky to be here. And I'll talk. Sometimes I talk too much, but I'm just gonna. You've heard me talk enough tonight, so I'm gonna get into it. But yeah, I released my first album a couple of weeks ago. The room that my parents renovated into a cowshed. I did the whole album there, so I kind of over COVID I spent a bit of time trying to get into production and recording and all that. And I'm a bit stubborn and I like doing it myself, but the best days were the days where my friends came in and joined as well. Because writing songs is lovely, but it can be quite a solitary experience as well. So getting to share the writing process, getting to share the recording process, and getting to share the performance is really lovely as well. So thank you for sharing your evening with me. And yeah, this song is called Mission for the Dead. And I wrote it just after a trip around South America, and I brought back all these little trinkets and like used things. Actually, Rory over there, I met him on a backpacking trip in Central America, and he's always given out that I don't have as many songs about that trip. But I'll play the song Rory the next time show. But this one is Mission for the Dead, and it's all about how, you know, I look around this room and there's things that maybe you might not have noticed or around the house, and they can mean the absolute world to me. But to everyone here, you can just walk by it and not notice it. And that's where this song is from. Let's call it Mission for the Dead.
Copper line with gold. Here's some pennies for your trouble, and we'll see how far you go with loose change. I would pay for you to come, just to sit and look out the windows. We could do nothing at all. You don't know what it is to know you. Talk about the old days, or talk of ones we've never had at railways. I would hold you in my arms, then I'd throw you to the heavens. Go see if you can find your God. You don't know what it is to miss you. patterns on the wall, the tea stain on the photos by my bed. These are the ways you still exist. Patterns on the wall, tea stain on the floor, the photos by my bed. These are the ways you still exist.
Thank you very much. The next song I'm going to sing is one called Call the Coroner, which is kind of a morbid title. And as Aoife was saying, I have uplifting songs, so this is, believe it or not, it's kind of one of those. But I mentioned that I went on a backpacking trip to South America, and that actually came about 8 or 9 months after the trip I was supposed to go on, which was with 2 of my very good pals, some of my best pals in the world from college. And I was supposed to go on a trip with the 2 boys there, but I was in a period of my life where I wasn't feeling wonderful. I was kind of struggling with anxiety and panic attacks and all this kind of stuff. I remember at the time I sent a message to the 2 lads there, being like, look, I actually don't feel well enough for this trip right now. And the lads were very good friends to me in those moments and very comforted me and supported me. And I was sickened, to be honest, that I missed the trip, but I knew at the time that it was something that I needed to do, was to take that time. So I went back home to the farm in Tipperary, where I grew up. I'm sorry, I'm making lots of references to people. This is my cousin Aoife there, who spent a lot of her childhood coming down to the farm as well. Her grandfather was my grandfather's brother, and it's been in the family for 4 generations now. But I spent a good bit of time at home. I'd walk through the fields, I'd go down to the river on the farm, and over time, and through working on myself, went to therapy, did all the good stuff, read all this silly self-help books that were ridiculous, but started doing a good bit of meditation and mindfulness and all that world, and started kind of coming back to myself. And I wrote this song. It was kind of on a day where I felt like when I was walking through, there's lots of forests in the farm, and I felt like I wasn't really seeing the world in colour, really. I was just kind of like, everything was just dull and darker. And this was one of those days where I was walking down and I was like, fuck, this place is beautiful. It's like, look at all the trees, look at all, everything's so green and lovely. And I was kind of slowly coming back into my body. And I wrote the song Call the Coroner, and I came back up. My dad was always a bit wary. Like, one day he said to me, he's like, you don't look well. And I was like, what kind of thing is that? Because I'm fucking trying my best.
Call the coroner, he's the man for you. Saw you fall into the wishing well. You flipped a card but you couldn't tell if all your dreams were good money spent. Stood in disbelief, all that could have been. The wildcats with their yellow eyes, and the fear that comes alive at night. The afternoon has come and gone, and you are invisible between the thorns, and I feel it in my stomach. It's tight behind my eyes, so I'll wait for a minute and let the fear subside, and I'll go home. In sleep I'll go home, and I'll be nothing like myself. I'll fall down again. I'll fall down again. Time will kill the beast. your glory, it's your fear. It's a day that won't appear. That's the minute you're alive. Go.
I'm going to do a tune now, it's called Don't Be Worrying About Me, and I wrote this about my grandmother, Tadhg, who passed away at 100 a couple of years ago. And I grew up on the farm with Nanny, so I used to be a primary school teacher, and so I lived at home until I was 18, and for those first 18 years of life, Nanny's little kind of house was attached to mine, so I walked from our kitchen in our kind of living room into her house, into her kitchen and living room, and she'd make me bacon and cabbage, and I told her when I was like 6 or 7 it was my favourite dinner, and that's the only thing she cooked. Still cooked. But for the last few weeks of her life, she passed away very slowly and gradually, and we all got to like be in the room with her, so we were always like, she nearly died about 4 times I think, and we were all like, everyone was called, it's like, you gotta come down, and Nanny be, oh, it's a terrible impression, but she had it. She's 100, but then we'd all be there in like a half moon kind of around her bed, and oh my god, this is it, Nanny, she's about to go, and she'd like sit up, and she'd be like counting us like this, if there's anything less than 10 people in her room while she was dying, she would nod if it happened. When she did go, there was I think 12 or 13 of us. My dad doesn't like when I say this, but he's not here, so I can say it. But he used to always, we watched like a lot of football together, and I was watching the World Cup with him last week, but he'd always go to the toilet when there's a goal. He went to the toilet and Nanny died. And I said to him, he was like, I don't like that one at all. Fair enough. He's like, did I miss it? I was like, a bit dark, sorry. I think she would have enjoyed the book. But Nanny, she was like just my favourite person, you know. She's from Kilkenny. On that wall there, which my friend Killian here only pointed out, I forgot it was there. That was from the newspaper article from the day that she was born. She was born on the 28th of October 1921. So she died 3 years ago. Bit of context, she was 49 when Neil Armstrong walked on the moon, and she only died 3 years ago. So she lived a crazy life. I tell a little story about it. Some of my friends might have heard this one before, about Nanny, just to like, it's my favourite story about her, and if I'm in a space like this, I'll tell it. But Nanny was 18, and she met a fellow called John Byrne from Tyrone. Is anyone from Kilkenny? Oh yeah, you're from Kilkenny. But if you know, oh yeah, so if you know Tyrone, this man, Nanny was from Ballykeith, and she met this man. She was 18, madly in love, dated for a couple of years, and he wants to marry Nanny, but Nanny, she was like too much of an independent woman, lots of respect for her, not common for like the late 30s, early 40s. So no, and he's from a massive farm as well, so like everything was lining up, you know. But she didn't marry him, and they went their separate ways. For the rest of their life, they sent each other a Christmas card. I don't know if my grandfather knew about that. They sent each other Christmas cards every year. And there was always like, my father grew up knowing the name John Byrne, you know, this was like a name that he just knew, you know. But yeah, they stayed in touch. My granny met my grandfather, they had 4 kids, had a family. He had a wife, he had family, they had loads of, and everything, their life were separate, but they still kept in touch. But about 15 years ago, my cousin Aidan was backpacking in Thailand, and he met a girl from Tyrone, and he was with all of his friends, she was with all of her friends, could have been longer than 15 years now. But they met each other, and it was like instant chemistry. Okay, this is someone that's significant to me. Left their friends, travelled around for a little while. Aidan called home one day, and I was sitting beside Nanny, and he said, Nanny, I'm after just meeting a lovely girl, she's from Kilkenny, I thought you might be interested. And I was like, oh, whereabouts? She's like, oh, she's from Tyrone. And I was like, oh, I used to know a lot of people from Tyrone. And I was like, what's her name? She's like, well, she's got a mad name. She's like, oh, Margaretolina. He's like, what's her surname? She's like, Byrne. I was like, oh. She's like, ask her who her grandfather was. He's like, who's your grandfather, Maggie? And he's like, a man called John Byrne. And he's like, Alright, okay. If you fast forward to today, Aid and Maggie have 2 kids together. Liam is my godson. And so Nanny's family tree went this way, his family tree went this way, and they both joined up and they had the same great grandchildren. So when Maggie became part of like the family and was as much a granddaughter to Nanny as any of her actual grandchildren. And when Nanny did pass away, and when we were like finally closing the coffin, we took a turn going up, giving her a kiss, saying like, you know, goodbye. And it was all just the immediate family, and Maggie was there as well. But a few weeks before she died, she grabbed me by the arm and she said, "I'm giving you my bedroom." Cool. But this is important. So I inherited. I grew up had a little small bedroom on the farm, and I got this bedroom, and that was the room she passed away in. But then Mum and Dad like did it up. So whenever I do go home, and my room is now the room that she passed away in. But the first morning I woke up in that room, and I'm not a religious person, but like sometimes I still, you know, kind of have these conversations in my head with her. But I'm not a big believer. But I didn't feel like I was on my own in the room. It was a feeling like I can't really explain. But I felt like Nanny was there with me, and I wrote this song. It's called "Don't Be Worried About Me." And there's a line in it that says, "All the colours in the children you see." So like Nanny, like a day or two before she passed away, she was like reaching up, and my band was like, "What are you seeing, Tadhg?" And she's like, "It's all these like colours and children playing." And I was like, "Well, you can go and join them if you want." And then she did not long after that. But yeah, the last thing I got, we didn't say "I love you" really. We weren't like, we felt it like usually we never said it. But my auntie, I said that to her, and she's like, "I think you should go and say it." So the last thing I got to say to her was like, "Do you know how much I love you, Nanny?" And she said, "I do." And I'm glad that I got to say it to her. But this song is called "Don't Be Worried About Me." I got all of my aunties and uncles and my cousins to sing on the song on the closing chorus, and there's a little message from Nanny at the end of the song. I made a little documentary kind of about her. Documentary being very kind of myself in video.
All along the furthest field, I would take my granny drive, just to show how much the farm changed. Is it over? Is it done? She said I'd never make a farm, so it's just as well the fields are planted now. And it's the longest journey, but it's the shortest road. And if you walk in circles, you've got nowhere to go. But I'm sure you'll find your way to the top and catch the air in the roof of your mouth and play the fool and fall back in love with all the men you've ever known. Time will tell and take us all, but we ran around your kitchen with our bellies full of all your apple tart, and all the money you have won, playing 25 for matchsticks and a game of poker just to round it up. But when death comes knocking, but he takes his time and lets us draw the curtains, so you know where to go. But I'm sure you'll find your way to the top and figure out how everything works in all the colors and the children you see, well, Nanny, don't be worrying about me. Don't be worrying about me.
Going to do something that wasn't planned at all now, but I'm going to invite the lovely Seán McKeon to come up.
Let me get whistle.
For a tune, we practiced it there for a few minutes, and he's never heard this song before because he obviously doesn't listen to my music. This song is called...
He did it on purpose. He goes, let's do this song. And I was like, oh, I've never heard that. He's like, yeah, it's on that album. You keep telling me.
I'm going to play in a different key now.
Yeah.
This one is in E, actually. This song is called... this song is called The Light in All My Dreams.
Times like these when the day's done and your laughter's on my mind, I close my eyes and I think of you. Lost moments I try to find, and just as quick the cool out feels when you're nowhere to be seen.
Sorry. I hate that so much.
We live for life and we chase for love and the memories they may bring, and all the while I fear to wake, for the night is when I'm there. And I've stood on mountains where no man has, and I swam the deepest seas, and all the while you've been by my side, light in all my dreams. Pretend for a moment that we were back, and the ending never came. The clouds are gone and the rain had stopped, and the weather stayed the same. But the miles soon turned to hopefulness each minute I need to see, and the ocean air would lead me to light in all my turbulence begun. For darkened skies and sleepless nights will leave you before long. I'll find a road I do not know, and I'll see where it might lead. The end of it, bring me to light in all my dreams. You're the light in all my
I played that at Rory and Mara's wedding over there, I forgot to say. It's the end of the aisle, wasn't it? I was shitting myself around. I have a few more songs. This one is I'm going to dedicate to my good friend Killian Farley over there. And Kayla Chisholm. Why not? This is Meet Me Montauk and Killian. Well, my album was waiting a long time to come out. Killian had often sent me messages about this, looking for it. I don't think I've seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but it's one of my favourite movies. It's just kind of an imagining of if I could basically erase my mind of someone, wouldn't that be a lovely thing? But I have nothing to write songs about anymore. I did that. If you would like to sing along, this is kind of an annoying thing that some musicians do, but if you'd like to sing along, feel free. The ending goes like, if I never met you, what would I write songs about? If I never met you, it's like that repeat. What would I write songs about? If you'd like to sing it, feel free. This is Meet Me Montauk. Conversations lately been talking about, there's just some colors that I can't see right now. When I am walking, I look to the sky. When I am take a train ride somewhere, better place to be, and I'll fall asleep beneath the clementine sky, and I will remember what I'd like to forget, like an eternal sunshine. Some things I miss the letters that you used to send. I miss the moonlit drives you'd sing. And I miss coffee cups, movie nights, late night calls when I get home. And
I miss all the days when you said that you thought you're falling in love. I don't know you anymore. I don't know I don't know you anymore. Yeah, I don't know you anymore. Oh, if I never met you, what would I write songs about? If I never met you, what would I write songs about?
I think I need you to sing.
Oh, if I never met you, what would I write songs about? If I never met you, what would I write songs about? If I never met you, what would I write songs about? If I never met you, what would I write songs about? If I never met you. Blood and bone before the storm. Take me to New York. The Spanish clock to wind me up. Give me to New York. And between the leaves, the heavy breeze, there's a bedroom filled with light. And standing straight, we're built to wait. The gold counting the days. And there's so many photos to take of places I haven't been.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave you on this song. And I wrote this one's called Still Arriving. And it hasn't been released yet. It hasn't even been recorded properly yet. But for those of you who don't know, my lovely friend Tadhg runs amazing retreats. And that was kind of largely how I got to know him. So we met at a concert I was playing, I met at Other Voices. And I asked Tadhg to be in a to record a music video for me for that song. And Tadhg came down, met all of my closest friends, and then we immediately just devoured him and acquired him into our friend group. And thankfully, he hasn't left. But Tadhg's retreats are some of the most wonderful experiences, and they're my favorite. It's basically this, people come on a Friday and it's all individuals, and they spend the weekend together. They meet as best friends and family. They're Colin there at a retreat, and some people have Colin's got a really lovely group of friends now. There's Anna there, so sorry. You're blocked there. And you get to travel and explore the world and all that, and that's all due to Tadhg. He's got the amazing power to bring people together. But at this retreat, actually Maria is a part of those retreats now as well, and the three of us are all involved, and Maria's an amazing facilitator, and just the same thing, there's a warm presence to her, and it just makes everyone feel like they're safe, so that's an amazing thing. But at one of Tadhg's retreats, there was a hike, and there's a man, Noel, and he was a mindfulness teacher, psychologist, and I hadn't spoken to him, but on the first evening we arrived into a meditation session, and we all had to say, we were asked to say a word, how we're feeling and all that. And most of it was I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm nervous, but Noel said, I'm still arriving. I was like, write that one down. But I love the sentiment behind it. It's still arriving into place, and it felt like we're all still arriving into our own lives in a way. But I walked down from the hike with Noel. We spoke the whole way. Spoke about different challenges we faced, different experiences, and all this. And at the end of it, we just got down and we just hugged each other and developed this really strong bond, but that still arriving just really rang true, and it felt true in my life that I feel like I'm still arriving. I don't know if it's ever going to get to a destination, but that's okay. But on that retreat, I had maybe a little bit of time, maybe 45 minutes or something, and I sat down, picked up the guitar, and I kind of felt compelled to write a song, and I played it that night at the retreat. And it hasn't, there's lyrics in it, I feel I could change that, but no, it exists as this little time capsule. And it was my way of thanking Noel and thanking everyone in that room for sharing their time with me. And I've only played it a few times, but I'd like to play it now just to thank you as a room and as people for sharing your time with me, because there's 50-year-old lives all in this room together, and that's a really lovely thing. We've all come from different places, we're all going to go to different places, but right here, in this moment, we're all here together. I think that's a really lovely thing. And it means a lot that you've spent your time with my music as well. But this is Still Arriving.
All of the movements that I'll ever make, and all of the people that I meet, they bathe me in sunshine that's golden, and wrap me in something that I am not used to. I am still arriving, but I'm almost there. Yes, I am still arriving, and I'm not sure to where, and I don't know where I'm going. I remember where I've been. I know I am sitting here now. That's enough for me. I know I am sitting here now. That's enough for me. fired up with and all of the people that are old and they're new. They paint me a flower and give me some bloom, and I'll send you a postcard that reminds me of you. I am still arriving, but I'm almost there. Yes, I am still arriving, and I'm not sure where, and I don't know where I'm going. I remember where I've been, and I know I am sitting here now, and that's enough for me. I know I am sitting here now. That's enough for me. There we go. If you share your time with me, then I'll share my time with you. If you share your time with me, then I'll share my time with you. We're still running, but we're almost there. Yes, we're still arriving. We're not sure the way, and we don't know where we're going. We remember where we've been, but I know we're sitting here now. That's enough for me. I know we